Arcadian Vanguard presents the Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Thursday, June 15th, 2023. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with last night's AEW Dynamite presented live on TBS from the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. In the opening match, AEW World Champion MJF battled Adam Cole to a 30-minute time limit draw in a non-title eliminator match, with the time running out just as Cole seemed about to pin the champion. The match marked MJF's first singles bout on Dynamite since February. The main event saw the Young Bucks and Adam Page defeat the Blackpool Combat Club when Page pinned Wheeler Yuta. Following the match, a brawl ensued involving both sides, which also saw Eddie Kingston make his return to AEW TV to attack Claudio Castagnoli, as well as a confrontation between Kenny Omega and his upcoming Forbidden Door opponent, Will Ospreay.
Bang! Here comes! Bang! The feet! Swim! My God, it's Will Ospreay! Will Ospreay! Where did he come from? Ospreay and Omega will face off for the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship at Forbidden Door. But Ospreay making a statement here tonight. He said, remember what happened in Wrestle Kingdom. He showed him his hand. Oh, God, he wiped him out. Had no clue Ospreay was in. Nobody knew. Nobody. Where did he come from?
Earlier in the show, Wardlow successfully defended the TNT Championship against Jake Hager.
Hager trying to get to his feet. Look at this. Look at Hager get up.
And you don't see Hager get rocked like this by anybody.
Movement 2 and a cover.
1, 2, 3.
The winner of this match, and still TNT champion, Wardlow.
It's an impressive win right there of a very impressive challenger.
After the match, Wardlow's manager Arn Anderson was attacked backstage by Christian Cage and Luchasaurus, who issued a challenge to Wardlow for Saturday night's premiere of AEW Collision. In the evening's other title defense, AEW World Women's Champion Toni Storm retained against Sky Blue via submission. Storm and Ruby Soho attacked Blue after the match, but were run off by Willow Nightingale. In promo segments leading into the AEW New Japan co-promoted Forbidden Door pay-per-view, IWGP World Champion Sonata issued an open challenge for his title, and Hiroshi Tanahashi issued a challenge to MJF, which the AEW World Champion then declined. Also on the show, the team of Sting, Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy, and Keith Lee beat Mogul Embassy when Sting pinned Brian Cage following the Scorpion Death Drop. In ratings news, last Tuesday night's episode of NXT drew 581,000 viewers to the USA Network, down nearly 6% from last week's 615,000 viewers, according to Showbuzz Daily. The rating in the key 18 to 49-year-old demographic was 0.16, down from last week's 0.17 and representing 205,000 viewers, according to WrestleNomics. The episode came in at 8th place for the evening on cable TV in the key demo, down from 5th place last week. And in news from outside the ring, WWE will be sending World Championship belts to the new NBA champion Denver Nuggets and the NHL Stanley Cup champion Las Vegas Golden Knights, according to a statement made yesterday on Twitter by Paul Levesque. The Nuggets defeated the Miami Heat in the NBA Finals earlier this week to win their first NBA championship in the 56-year history of the franchise. The Golden Knights beat the Florida Panthers earlier this week in the NHL Finals to win their first Stanley Cup as well. WWE has been known to present title belts to sports champions in the past, most recently the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the wrestling news. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.